Maximo for facilities management. Why? Great question. And really, the first thing to start off with here is understanding what facilities management means. Depending upon the industry you're in, you're obviously thinking about the facilities you deal with. If you are a manufacturing organization with office space, that's what you're thinking about. If you are a Citibank with skyscrapers and lots of leased office space, that's a different paradigm. If you are a University of California, San Diego, and you are a mini city with millions of people coming on your property every year that you kind of have no control over, that's a completely different problem. Or if you're the Miami Heat, 300 events a year, serving alcohol to people and trying to keep them safe and control the crowd, very different. What do these all have in common? Very simple. Lots of people, little control over them, safety is paramount, and keeping them out of trouble. Lots of different definitions for trouble, but keep them out of trouble. Keep them out of the places they're not supposed to be in. So in all of these scenarios, the facilities are the backbone of the revenue generation next to the people that make it happen, right? If the facility didn't exist in most cases, then the people wouldn't be able to do their job and therefore help the company generate the revenue that it needs to generate. So facilities management on the surface sounds really easy, but when we start to look under the hood a little bit deeper and we start to understand the impact of facilities that are not healthy, facilities that are not inherently safe, and what happens if our facilities go down during prime time, right? When we are at peak revenue generation, what happens if people get injured in our facilities, and what's the cost of a single incident and how outsized that is to the overall budget of what it would have cost to just maintain the facility and a safe environment. It becomes very clear very quickly that investing in good facilities management, maintenance management, and safety management is paramount. It's critical. Because when those incidents occur, the cost is so astronomically high that the preventive side looks extremely inexpensive. So in a facility scenario, facilities are also notorious for, from a budget perspective, getting no money. And it's because of the mentality, as I just stated. Leadership often looks at it as if, well, we built the thing, it's sitting there. What do you need to do? You need to clean it. You need to paint a wall every now and then. That is a overly simplistic view. So right now, if you're someone from leadership, you're listening to this and wondering, why do we need to invest in Maximo? It's because it's not that simple. It's not. Facilities age, facilities decay, people use them, people increase that rate of decay, people damage things, people do things they're not supposed to do, people climb on things, people hit things, people break toilets, people cause broken toilets to flood floors, people do all kinds of things. And proper facilities management ensures that you're prepared for these things, that you have people ready for these things, that you've predicted many of them and actually either inhibited the ability to do this, or you have completely addressed it in a preventive manner so that you don't have a lot of these problems. And within that overall facilities management, if your facilities are a core component to your revenue generation, then that means your facilities need to be fresh. They need to maintain a current look and feel. They need to be welcoming. The people that are spending money with you, you need them to come in there and go, I like this place. I feel good when I'm in this place. So facilities needs a budget to not only prevent negative action, but they need a budget to promote a positive feeling in the facility space. And this is about your lighting. This is about the surfaces that people are seeing and touching and interacting with. This is about the HVAC systems and the quality of the air being circulated in these. There's a lot to the facilities management. And then when you get into the scenarios that Miami Heat, an arena, some type of facility that is really completely dedicated to hosting the general public for a fee, then it's even more extensive, because people are coming to those types of facilities to be entertained. So not only does it need to be safe, it needs to be entertaining. It needs to be easy to access. It needs to be easy to navigate. It needs to be safe for them. And you're going to have an incredibly high number of things like restrooms per capita that you wouldn't need if, for example, in a school or a university or an office space. And all of those things not only require maintenance, if broken, they require a regular preventive check and preventive maintenance, because the preventive maintenance, more often than not, outside of initial design, is what protects all of those people coming through your space from accidents, from accidental injury, from unexpected events, which are not only expensive, but that's bad press, and bad press for a space that hosts people. What's Maximo do? Maximo brings to the table that womb to tomb asset lifecycle management process to ensure that we are tracking and performing against all of those assets as we need to on the daily, weekly, monthly basis, whatever the interval is, and that we are appropriately classifying issues we find and failures, and that they are being resolved in a timely manner, and that we have the proper processes in place when we see a deficiency, that we are immediately blocking that off from public traffic and putting a remediation plan in place, keeping people safe, therefore keeping our enterprise, our corporation, our business safe in the process, and ensuring that those people who are coming to our space to have a good time, to be entertained, are able to leave with the satisfaction of having been entertained and being safe when they leave. Something that they expect, they never even think to question, is a lot of work for a facility manager. So facility managers who are stuck operating on Excel and other subpar applications, they're struggling. These are the guys working 16 hours a day, 6 days a week. They don't have time to take phone calls. Everybody's wondering why they're not answering questions. It's because they don't have the right tools to do their job in the modern world. They need the right tool. They need the right applications. They need tools that work for them, not tools that they have to swing around and run all day long. Help your people out. Maximo for facilities is a great investment. If you're wondering how it's going to return money for you, how you're going to pay for this thing, that's a great question. We'd love to help you with a business value assessment. Again, as I always say, it's rare, even in the facilities world, if we can't show how we're going to return 2 to 3x your investment, especially by mobilizing the workforce, giving them those inspection forms, the safety forms that will help them in their job day in and day out. People get more done with Maximo. The data is more retrievable, trackable, reportable. Business value assessment uncovers all of that, as well as oftentimes a lot of secret gems we don't even know are going on in the organization. So love to hear your thoughts, comments, questions below. Look forward to talking to you.